All right, in this video, I have the Betafpv Aquila16, and this is not the version that comes with the goggles and the transmitter. This is the bind and fly version. It just comes with the drone itself. It has an ELRS receiver in the back. It is ELRS 3.0, and it's a 16 because it has 1.6-inch propellers on it and 1102 18,000 kV motors on it. So what's different about this one is it is a really small center loop, but it does have an optical flow sensor and a TOF sensor to maintain its position and height when you're in your normal modes. It also has a sport mode, which turns it into similar to angle mode, and there's also a full manual mode, which turns it into full acro, and we'll show you that when we get it in the air. And another thing it has is 3 speeds, slow, mid, and fast. So it does have 3 different speeds. So if you want to fly it outside, you can do that. So this comes with an analog camera, and you can see it's in front. It only tilts up but so much, and it has a 350 watt transmitter inside. So you can get pretty good range, about 200 meters with this drone. Now it comes with these 1S 1100 milliamp hour batteries. They're proprietary batteries that go in here. And it comes with 2 of them for only $139, I think. And the batteries are only like $14 for 2, so it's pretty cheap to get into it. Now, the main thing about this is because it has the optical flow and TOF sensor at the bottom, it makes it for a great beginner indoor drone and just to learn. And then when you get a little better, you can learn how to fly full acro. So this makes it a very good beginner drone to learn acro. So since it's a bind and fly, I went ahead and bound it with my ELRS, with my Jumper T Pro, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. The configurator is proprietary. It's not using iNav or Betaflight. It's using their own Betafpv configurator, so there's not much you can do on there. But I did already have a model set up in here with channels 5. This arms it. Channel 6 is here. Channel 7's here. And channel 8 is set for this button here. So what I did was I went ahead and bound it, and to do that you have to be on ELRS 3.0, that's what the drone's on, and put the transmitter in bind mode, and then unplug the battery and plug it in 3 times, and it puts it into bind mode, and it was that simple, and it bounded the transmitter. And I didn't buy the goggles because I have a bunch of cheap goggles, and I just wanted to try the drone out. So if you already have goggles, you already have a transmitter, you can just buy this drone for about $140. And I'm using this screen if I'm indoors to fly around and look through here. This is a Emax Transporter 2 analog, and I got little stubbies on top. So I can just use this to fly around and see what I'm doing. And if I want to use goggles, I just got my Sky Zones right here, and it has analog in there. So if I want to do flying outside and do it FPV, I'll just use these. And it does come with this charger, and it has a USB-C plug here, and it charges 2 at the same time. And the charger does have a test port. One of them is a test. So you just go ahead and plug it in, and you can check your battery voltage. All right, let's go ahead and get in the air. First, I'll turn my transmitter on.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Go ahead and plug him in. I'll put the camera down for now, as far as it'll go. Snaps in. Lights are blinking blue, and then they went solid, so it's ready to go. Turn on here. On the left side, I have my battery voltage and time of flight. On the right side, my normal mode. Again, I have channel 6 here, so it's normal, sport, manual. And then on the right side, I have slow, medium, and fast. This button here will change your frequencies. So that's 6, 7, 8 will change frequencies. And also when it's flipped over, I can hit that button. It puts it in the turtle mode, and it'll flip over. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'll go ahead and arm it and take off. So right now I'm in, got a piece of grass on it, bring it down. It went off. So I'm in normal mode. I'm not touching the sticks. and just maintain the position. Got a little bit of wind out here. Let's see how high that position hold works. Let's go up a little higher. Bring it over some. So right now I'm about almost 15 feet up in the air, and it's still trying to maintain position. Just drifting a little bit. Let's bring it down some. So position hold works better at lower altitudes, and especially indoor when it's not really windy. Let's bring it down a little more, closer to the ground. We'll switch it to medium. It's a little better at fighting the wind. I don't know if you can hear the wind. And then I'll flick it to fast. It's really getting pushed back by the wind. So this is more position hold for indoor, but I just wanted to test it outside. I'll show you the different speeds. This is slow. The wind's coming towards it, so it's fighting. I'm pushing full sticks forward. Let's go into medium. Full sticks forward. A lot more tilt, a lot faster. And then we'll bring it back, go into slow. There we go, a lot more tilt. Fights the wind a lot better if it's windy outside, you're flying outdoors. So I'll keep it in fast mode and switch it into the second mode over here, which is S mode or sport mode. So now it's like having angle mode in your normal drones. I can pull full sticks left and right and it won't flip over. And then the third mode is full acro. So you have full control over it. The way you point it is the way it goes. And it doesn't change until you give it input. So you can do flips and rolls and everything else. So I'll go ahead and throw my goggles on and throw it in the angle mode and acro mode and fly it around. Go ahead and land. So while we're here, real quick, I'll go ahead and try, it's turned over, we'll try turtle mode. Put it into turtle mode. Let's see if it says it. I'll move it again where you can see. See how it says turtle on there? Since it's upside down and I pushed that button here, it didn't change my channels for VTX. It actually put it in turtle mode. I'll just push up and it flipped over. All right, let's throw the goggles on and test it out. All right, so I'm just gonna take off from the box so that I don't get it caught in any grass. Got everything in normal, slow, arm it. Go ahead and flick it to fast. We'll go to angle mode. I'll try putting it into acro. Now I'm in full acro. Then you can do rolls and flips. Just wanted to test out acro real quick. And again, it's a good starter drone if you're trying to learn acro. I'll put it back into sport mode, angle mode, and again I can do full sticks right, full sticks left, and it won't flip. It's low voltage, so I'll bring it in. put it back to normal. And it landed by itself from low voltage. So that's it. I wanted to show you the Aquila16. I'll go ahead and take the battery out. There we go. Got a little dirty from doing the turtle mode, but as you can see, it does handle the wind if you have a little bit of wind. If you put it in fast mode, it's very light, so you are going to struggle if you have any kind of wind. Some of the cons that I have for it are this camera here. It doesn't have a lot of angle for tilt. Again, it's a beginner, so it's not really made for you to rip around too much. So it is a good intro into acro. You'd have to do some modifying if you want to get more of a tilt angle up. But for indoor flights and for just learning FPV and to get out there and just do a little bit, this does do well. Another con, I don't see myself strapping a camera on here. Maybe a Insta360 Go. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about buying one anyway, so maybe I'll try to put that on there and test it. We'll see. One more thing is people complained about the DJI Avata on if you take really sharp turns, it would spin out of control. This one does something similar. If you're flying around too fast in acro and you do a quick turn, it will start to go crazy a little bit and may fall out of the sky. Just beware of that. Try to fly these things in open areas like I am here in this field. That way, if something happens and you lose it, you'll be able to find it quick. All right, that's my quick review of the Bind and Fly Aquila16. If you already have a transmitter, you already have goggles or some way of monitoring your video, you can buy this. It is a little different because it does have the optical flow and TOF sensor to maintain the position. So it's a nice little indoor flyer just to rip around. Let me know what you think of this drone, and we'll do some more tests. I'll test it inside and see how it does. And until then, stay tuned to the channel and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.